Alright. It says they cast lots. They cast lots for my people. Right? They they bartered a boy for a prostitute and sold a girl for wine to drink. That's prophecy. You know, that's how you know if you're a descendant of the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And then it says, and also Tyre and Sidon and all the territories of Philistia. What are you to me? Are you paying me back by trying or trying to get even with me? I will quickly bring retribution on your heads, right? For you took my silver and gold and carried my finest treasures to your temples. You sold the people of Judah, the people of Judah and Jerusalem. So you said the people of Judah who was living in Judah and who was living in Jerusalem, to the Greeks, the Griochi people. You know what I'm saying? The Greeks, the Grecians, to remove them far from their own territory. In your book it said far from their borders. I highly recommend looking at the Hebrew and the Greek. Look, I am about to rouse them up. Kwam Yasharal, Kwam Yahuda. He about to rise them up from the place where you sold them. That's why you hear about so-called Hebrew Israelites waking up in the last days, people professing that they the children of Israel out there in the highways and the byways. You see them on social media, you see them in person, you know, like what is this? Like what is all this? Like it's in the spread like almost like fire now. You know, slowly but surely the people start waking up according to the prophecies. It's right there. It says, look, I am about to rouse them up from the place where you sold them, Tyre and Sidon. You do your research about these two and all the territories of Philistia. You need to know who the Philistines are, right? The worshippers of the pagan deity Dagon. I think it's a group of Africans some Africans in Africa that worship a god named Dagon. If you know who that is, it's possible that they are the Philistines. It's possible. So let's look at this real quick. Let's look at this. Let's look at this verse right here. We gotta look at that. Because it says the Most High gonna rise them up. Judea and Jerusalem to the Greeks. Okay. So when you really do your research and you really dive into the Hebrew, it's gonna make total sense. You know, if you could distinguish between right and wrong, then you could distinguish, okay, when looking at languages, no matter what languages it is, dealing with languages, you can still have the ability to interpret them. And you should really give your thanks to the God of Israel for having these things in your possessions. So he using the heathen to talk to you, but you don't believe in the heathen. You don't believe that there are some heathens that's really they really believe in the Israelites. They believe in the testimonies and everything. You done help. They mindset has been changed. A lot of them who really believe in the God of Israel and the Son of the Most High God and the apostles. You hear but do not listen. You rejected a lot of the heathen, especially African Americans, not realizing that the Quakers actually helped the people trying to reach the land of Canaan. You need to know why the abolitionists had came to pass. So you saying Uriah the Hittite was evil towards David? David was not dealing with him? Huh. Okay. It says the children and the children also Judah, which is Yahudah, and the children of Jerusalem, the city of peace, Jerusalem, have you sold to sell, son? Have you sold son to the descendant of Javan? Who is Javan? Says Greeks. To the Griochi people, Javan. Javan is the Greeks. Purpose, intent. To become far over boundary, territory. It had to come to pass. That's why it says those who are in Judea and Jerusalem flee unto the mountains. And when you keep reading the prophecy from the Messiah, he says, woe to pregnant women and nursing mothers in those days, for there will be great distress in the land and wrath against this people, the people in this country. Jerusalem. The people in the city of, Jerusalem is in the country of Judea. So the kingdom territory, the boundary, they will fall by the edge of the sword because they lost women and they lost men too, and be led captive to all nations. Book of Joel said, to the north and the east. So you need to understand that when the Messiah came, yeah, he told you what Joel said, but he even gave you more things. He told you they're gonna be led to all nations, all snap, and Jerusalem will be trampled by the Gentiles, the heathens, until times of the heathens are fulfilled. It had to come to pass. You don't have to rely on Deuteronomy the 28th chapter to prove these things. Listen to the Messiah and do your research from the Messiah and on forward. Figure out what happened to the Israelites. The desolations of 70 AD had came to pass. Okay. You don't have to go to the book of Deuteronomy. You don't have to go rely on another rabbi to tell you these things. Christ is your rabbi, man. If you're a man, Christ is your head. Listen to the Messiah. He is your prophet. Stop denying the Son. Remain in the Son. You go outside the Son, start dealing with Dagon, or start dealing with Muhammad from Islam, or whoever else. I'm saying? It's good to listen to Moses and other prophets, but understand that when the Most High said, "This is my son," listen to him in Mark 9:7, you need to be conveyed instructions through him. You can listen to the apostles, but whatever the Messiah say goes. He's over he is the head person, period. I'm gonna make another part. Meditate on this.